There's a day in your life that doesn't feel special, but it changes everything. It's not your birthday. It's not when you achieve something big. It's the day you realize no one cares. Not in a cruel way, not in a depressing way, but in a real way. No one is thinking about your goals when you wake up. No one is checking if you stayed consistent. No one is keeping track of your progress. And for a moment, it feels empty. Like, what's the point then? But if you stay with that thought a little longer, you start to see something most people never understand. This isn't a loss. This is freedom. Let's be honest. Most of your decisions aren't actually yours. They're shaped by invisible pressure. You don't post what you want, you post what looks acceptable. You don't try what excites you, you try what feels safe. You don't live your life, you perform it. Why? Because somewhere in your mind there's an audience, watching, judging, waiting. But that audience doesn't exist the way you think it does. People are not sitting around analyzing your life. They're worried about their own insecurities, their own problems, their own failures, the same way you are. You're a background character in most people's lives, just like they are in yours. And when you finally accept that, something powerful happens. You stop hesitating. Think about how many things you've delayed: starting a channel, going to the gym, learning a skill, even speaking your mind. Not because you couldn't, but because you imagined people watching you fail. You imagined embarrassment. You imagined judgment. But here's the truth no one tells you. People don't remember your failures. They forget within days, sometimes hours. That awkward moment you replay in your head, no one else is replaying it. That mistake you think ruined everything, most people didn't even notice. And the few who did, they moved on, because they have their own life to worry about. Now, this realization can go two ways. One path is negative. You think, no one cares, so nothing matters. You become passive. You stop trying. You settle. But the other path, that's where your life changes. You think, no one cares, so I can do anything. No pressure, no spotlight, no expectations. You're free. Free to start badly. Free to improve slowly. Free to fail without it defining you. And that's where growth actually begins. Let's talk about something deeper. Why do you really want people to care? It's not about attention, it's about validation. You want proof that you're on the right path. You want someone to say, you're doing good. You want to feel like your effort means something. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you depend on external validation, you'll always feel empty. Because people are inconsistent. Sometimes they support you. Sometimes they ignore you. Sometimes they clap for you. Sometimes they disappear. So if your motivation depends on them, your consistency disappears too. That's why you start strong and then stop. That's why you feel motivated one day and lost the next. Because your fuel source is outside of you. So what's the solution? You replace validation with self-respect. You stop asking, who is watching me? And start asking, can I trust myself? Can I do what I said I would do even if no one sees it? Can I stay consistent even when it feels pointless? Can I improve quietly without needing recognition? Because that's where real confidence comes from. Not from people clapping for you, but from knowing you showed up when it would have been easier not to. Here's something practical. Stop trying to change your entire life overnight. That's where most people fail. They get inspired, they set huge goals, and then they burn out. Instead, shrink everything. Make it so small you can't avoid it. Don't aim for a 2-hour workout. Do 10 minutes. Don't aim to change your whole routine. Fix one habit. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be slightly better than yesterday. Because consistency builds identity, and identity builds your life. Another thing, move in silence. Not because it's cool, but because it's effective. When you talk too much about your plans, your brain feels like you've already achieved them. You get fake satisfaction, and then you don't act. So instead of announcing everything, work. Let your results make the noise. And finally, understand this. Your life is your responsibility. Not your friends, not your family, not your followers. Yours. And that's not pressure. That's control.
Because if it's your responsibility, it means you can change it. Slowly, quietly, consistently. So the next time you feel stuck, remember this. No one is coming to save you. No one is watching your every move. No one cares as much as you think. And that's your advantage. Because now, you can stop waiting. You can stop overthinking. You can stop performing. And you can finally start living. Tonight, don't do something big. Do something small, but real. Turn off distractions. Take one step. Keep one promise to yourself. That's it. Because the day you realize no one cares is the day you stop living for others and start becoming who you were supposed to be.